Captain's ordered. New ladder.
I don't know how new that is.
How new the ladder is.
Right.
What is it? New ladder.
Time for another round. No harm in being prepared.
Did you miss?
Yep, I missed. That got him.
That hurts. And I don't mean the rental car.
Hurts because it hurts so good.
So.
Ship is stuck on that thorn. What's that? I wish we could use this junk for something. You got something we can use?
Anti-slow.
No harm in being prepared. Looks like we're in the enemy's den.
Those darn fire things.
Basically, they're basically turrets, huh?
Oh yeah. Whoa. Dang. Just so many enemy. That was a lot to handle.
This is... Bring it any time.
And they kind of all came at the same time.
That didn't take too much effort. Keep your eyes open on the way down.
This place mostly takes turns, yeah. It's really not an open world per se. It's just a bunch of mazes.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Control, right?
Yeah, it's more like Control. As far as the way the levels are set up.
Just running around in dungeon after dungeon.
Or Diablo.
Yeah, Diablo tried to make it seem open world when you go back to the village or town.
Milk the cow. I'm not a milkmaid.
But it really was just dungeon after dungeon. A dungeon crawl, basically.
And then once you hit the end, you reset. Diablo 2 wasn't very good either. 3 was much better, I think. But I still like 1 better. That's a fire hazard.
What is it?
Candles everywhere on a rug.
Next to a bed.
Where am I? Am I still alive? No. I know this feeling. I've come back to life again. What happened back there? Cruz, everyone was... Each time I learned something new about our world, or the state of those living in it, my feelings of guilt pierced me even deeper. Starving revenants fighting each other for a handful of blood beads, and the ranks of the lost swelling with each successive conflict. I spend my restless days in battle, trying to keep my head above water. Only when I'm engaged in the rush of combat can I close my eyes to the gravity of what I've done.
Are you helping me? These blood beads.
Those men lying over there ordered you to find them, right? Well, now you can keep them. Far too many people keep revenants as thralls these days. Stay safe and watch yourself out there.
My name is Kevin. I could give you a hand with whatever.
I'll see you. Here's what I was able to bring. It's not much, but I hope it helps.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry. I wish there was some way I could repay you.
I do this because I want to. Don't worry about me, all right?
Tell me if I can help with something. I'll do whatever I can for you.
That was interesting. Little piece of his soul.
That was Kevin. He was a young revenant boy who I met in my travels, and in the end, brought to his death. He was someone that I never should have forgotten. It's hard to believe that I could let something so important just slip away. Sorry, I don't mean to bother you, but there may be other memories of mine scattered around. If there are, I'd like to get them back. I may discover things that are painful to confront, but I made a decision to face my past head on. Back then, I had no idea what would happen. As Operation Queenslayer dragged on with no foreseeable end, even children were turned into revenants and sent out to fight. And then, when it was over, both the strong and the weak were ravaged by bloodthirst. But with resources thin, they had nowhere to turn. I wanted to do something, to do anything to help. That's honestly all there was to it. It never occurred to me that my actions could lead to such tragedy.
What is it?
Kevin was a boy who had been enslaved by a group of merciless rebels. Over time, stopping by to give him blood beads became something of a routine. But one day, the pattern was broken. When I went to see him, he was nowhere to be found, and his dwelling had been torn apart. I heard everything from someone who said they knew Kevin. A few days earlier, a revenant had attacked him and turned him to ash. The attacker was after the blood beads I had given Kevin. I thought that I could save him just by giving him blood beads, that it would be enough. But I lacked true commitment to his survival. And in the end, that's what killed him. I appreciate your kindness, but it's unnecessary. It is what it is. I won't let myself forget again.
What is it?
Listen up. Our scouts have finally discovered the Queen's location. We're sending you in under orders to track down and destroy any Lost in the area.
Destroy the Lost? But how? We haven't even finished our training yet.
You'll learn in the field, Revenant. Protect your heart, and you will never die. Your sacrifice will help open a path to the future.
Friends. It's their own damn fault. Kids should flash blood beads around like that if they want to stay out of trouble. They were practically begging for us to lift them. But don't be worried, though. We're gonna let you live. As long as you work your ass off for us, that is. Damn you! You enjoy this!
Those hellish days went on and on. Stealing to survive, to us, it was only natural. I was ordered to take blood beads from other kids, ones that were just like me. As long as they could get beads, they would live. Survival was more bead to bead than day to day. That was when Louis came along and reached out to me. No one had ever done that for me before.
It's how our world is. I'm sure you've seen it yourself. There's no shortage of people who will exploit others to make their own lives easier. I have crossed blades with their miserable sort on more than one occasion, while I was researching the blood beads. It was a small thing, but it was certain it would do some good.
What is it?
Louis, why do you keep bringing blood beads to some random kid like me?
There isn't really a particular reason, but if I had to give one, I'd say it's because you were alive when I met you.
That's... Don't keep risking your life for me, Louis. You can't.
You don't need to worry about me, really. Focus on keeping yourself alive and well.
Louis. Louis kept bringing me blood beads, which spared me from the constant struggle other revenants faced over them. There was no fear of being turned to ash or becoming one of the lost. I had blood beads, and that meant I had peace for myself. It was all mine. But was that really okay? The shortage must be hitting you too. Here, take them. They're yours. Don't worry about me. Being the only survivor would be boring anyway. And, you know, we rely on each other to survive, right? That's what people do.
There you are. You're that crazy kid that's been passing out blood beads, aren't you?
Maybe. What if I am?
If you've got so many lying around, then how about you pass some along to us? After all, we've been hurting since one of our kids turned lost.
I don't have that many. Even if I did, I wouldn't give a single bead to bastards like you.
You stupid punk. In that case, we'll just take him by force.
He was sharing the blood beads I gave him with some of the other revenants. He wasn't stupid. He had to have known what would happen if he did something like that.
He was trying to pay, pay the other guy's kindness forward. I guess that's what he was doing.
Pretty sure he was trying to help others where he could.
And now you know why that's a bad idea.
They track you down.
They exploit you. And then murder you. Or well, because technically, so how did he? But technically, he can't die, right?
Unless they destroy his heart.
So that's what they did, I guess.
Yep, turned him to ash.
I guess they did it as since he wouldn't help him, I guess they figured to go ahead and just kill him all the way.
Probably.
Although I highly doubt that if he had given them any, they would have believed that that was all of them, and they probably would have killed him anyway.
Correct. He was dead either way.
Yeah.
Or they were trying to force where he was getting them from.
In which case, it would have been worse. Since he can't die, they can just cut pieces off of him.
And just watch him regenerate.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Louis. I'm afraid it's over for me. But I don't regret what I did. When I gave out those blood beads, I felt like I was taking back my humanity. For a brief moment, I felt like I was truly alive. It was because of you. Thanks to you, Louis. I wonder if I was able to become even a little bit like you. Goodbye.
That was... Kevin, you wanted to... Yeah. I believe you need a real sense of dedication before you can truly say you've saved someone. It's just self-deception to feel like you've helped after giving no more than handouts. But at the same time, I'd be a coward if I only sat back and watched while doing nothing. Even if I'm deceiving myself, I have to keep fighting. And if I fail to help, I'll face up to what I've done. But I also won't let that stop me from trying to help others. That's what I've decided. I couldn't save Cruz. Even when she begged for my help, I wasn't strong enough to do what was necessary. Now, this is all I can do for her. And the world. It doesn't change what happened, or the fact that I'm responsible for Kevin's death. However, I appreciate you sharing his memories with me. Thank you.
What is it? Take care.
Kind of reminds you of the memory dive in Fallout 4.
Yeah, it does. Or a ride. Don't some of the old rides, like at Disney's World and stuff, have that?
What? Look at the memory of dead people?
Well, like the shadow stuff, you just ride by and it tells a story.
Oh, those. Like the old Briar Patch.
Yepper.
Until we reach the end and realize we're 20 feet. Well, what, 4 or 5 stories off the ground?
Looking right over the park.
It was a pretty view though for about the 3.5 seconds before we went over.
And screamed.
You know that ride is... I didn't scream. I was too terrified.
Okay, let's get going.
The shock hadn't left me yet to scream. That ride is gone, by the way.
Oh no.
What is that?
Looks like a breathing rock.
No. Looks like a Digimon escape.
With blades.
Digimon had blades. It's Darkmon.
Dark.
That's it.
Okay, Dark Ready Mom.
How's this?
Yep, he does.
Bring it anytime. Ha!
Likes to kill after you.
These bosses are crazy. What was that one game where the bosses are like super strong? I don't think we ever played it. You're like a vampire or something.
I don't remember it.
They've done a remake of it. It's like one of the hardest games you can play. Oh, he upgraded his weapon. Wow, don't do that again.
Jeez.
Watch your regeneration. Choose your fights well. Stay focused. No harm in being.
Looks like I got aggro again.
You ain't blocking that.
Is that, I guess? Bring it anytime.
Oh my God.
Is that a blood spring?
Maybe. Wow, you did all kinds of beeps going on there.
So, where are you dragging us off to next?
That way.
What?
The blood vein here leads to the old city ruins.
Huh? Wait, hold on a second. Shouldn't it lead from the old city ruins?
Singing.
Hey, look at that.
Something's amiss.
Here they come.
It's him. Careful. It's the hunter. Is that woman his partner? I don't know what your story is, but let go of the woman. Now. What the?
Oh, he's gone.
Where'd they go? What just happened?
He poofed.
And she poofed also. Sweet. Sacrificed her? Is that what that was?
Looks like he merged that heart of one guy into her.
Yeah, but then she died, so...
What was the hunter doing here anyway? Red barrier and a singing girl? I don't understand any of it. That's a real gem.
Whatever it was, it failed. So you just go back now?
I guess so.
Grab a bead for the go. Like grabbing an apple, pick an apple. Grab a bead for the go. There you go. Got your bead, time to go. You said you have a little lunchbox. You have a little lunchbox, a little bead in there.
Beads everywhere.
That was a good lunch. Can I have one? Would you like peanut butter on it?
Peanut butter. On a blood bee.
ahead.
I have some jam. Oh no, she dead now. It is disconcerting when your character turns into embers, floats away.
Just a little bit. It's like, oh no.
I chose wrong. I chose poorly.
I'm overheating. I'm turning to ash. Nah.
That would be bad. That was like the Universal Soldier's problem, remember?
Oh yeah, overheating.
Yeah, they had shut down. Terminator never had that problem. He was inorganic. Could you imagine? I'm coming for you.
Well, there's a big difference there. One was built by machine, the other by man.
Oh, that's true. Skynet learns quickly.
Who's this?
You saved me back in town, and now I live at the shelter you told me about. I have to donate blood regularly, but they give me food, a place to live, and clean clothes. I can sleep without fear of revenants or the lost. To me, it seems quite luxurious.
Oh,
I
it's the
have a
human.
much better life now, thanks to you.
You're welcome.
Would you like a blood bead? No.
Investigate ruin city center. Alright.
Crews endured painful experiments for Project Queen. My older sister Karen put everything she had into her research on the project. Both of them were kind souls, doing all they could for the future of humanity. Thank you for showing me those memories. Now, let's continue our investigation, so that all can enjoy the blessing of blood. We can head out whenever you're ready.
Really, the only way you're gonna solve the problem is if everyone became human again.
Agreed.
I don't see that happening.
And then you're gonna have food shortage.
Yeah, because I don't see a lot of farmers. Although hopefully beyond the mist or fog, whatever it is, the miasma, it's just forest with a bunch of animals in it. So they can hunt once they lift it. That'd be an interesting ending if it's like Planet of the Apes. Like you go through all this to finally succeed, and you manage to lift the fog or whatever it is that's surrounding the city and escape, move into the rest of the world, and you find out you're not on Earth. You're actually on Mars. That was only partially terraformed. So beyond the mist was actually a glass bubble. Beyond the bubble, airless, airless, extremely cold, radioactive, barren wasteland, and you're gonna die. Kind of like Dark City when he found out that, hey, I'm floating in space.
Nowhere to go.
Now that's an M. Night Shyamalan thing. Oops. Did you ever see The Signal?
No.
It's kind of messed up like that.
Don't get too wild out there.
At least the butterfly lady doesn't respond.
That would be so annoying.
It still looks wild to me. It might be better to avoid fighting for now. No harm in being
Bring it on.
prepared.
Goodbye.
I wish it was faster. I like that
You have to take whatever you can use.
scorpion tail. Whatever you call it.
Oh, yeah. Scorpion tail is cool. I think it's the coolest of all of
Decision
them.
is yours.
Yeah. So I forgot. What was the Lost again?
The Lost Shard? It's, haze your experience points and stuff.
Oh, that's right. Okay. And which is basically everything.
Set on down.
It's basically your money, your experience.
Yep.
Statue.
It's a
Wish we could take it home with us. We Can't get up there right now. Let's keep moving.
It kind of shows you the differences in how you go about leveling things and how people, the programmers, come about the way of leveling things. You think of how simplified they have this system, and think how complicated it is for like Oblivion.
Sorry. Moving out.
Based on how many attacks you do, it increases your
Place to hang out.
strength or blade. Yeah, that's pretty complicated.
I mean, because you're basically having to work out each muscle in Oblivion, and in this one, you're like, you do a crunch, your whole body benefits.
This place used to be a lot of fun.
And you get money.
And you get money, yeah. The other one, you still got to steal and everything else. I just thought it was interesting. Those are kind of the extremes, really, if you think about how to level experience.
Yeah. Just so close. Not a lot of room there.
Not when her attack covers the whole step, the whole landing.
You have to take whatever you can use.
Bring it any time.
Not an ideal battle plan.
At least these enemies respawn.
Which makes it easy to level up. You just keep good hacking them.
Well, also, eventually you'll run out of enemies. If they never come back, eventually you emptied the population, there's no one left.
Like Oblivion, there's no
Yeah.
one left, and you still have so much way to go.
Yep. And because thankfully it's not like a tiered experience system where like you don't get enough compared to others. Since it is based on how many attacks you get, so that kind of helps.
I knew you had talent.
But that makes the grinding really, really boring.
Which one?
Oblivion, it makes the
Oh.
grinding really boring. Like, I'm gonna punch a wall for 30 minutes to get my blunt up.
Yeah, it does.
At least things like 7 Days to Die, where they had that mechanic, at least you weren't doing it, you were doing it for 15, 20 minutes because it was nighttime and you had nothing else to do. And while you were doing it, you were planning on your next, I don't know, forge, your next quest out there. It's like, okay, after I do, once the light comes up and once we hit 5 a.m., we're gonna head out, I'm gonna go to the town and I'm gonna loot the mall. You know?
Yeah.
You have some planning involved. You're not just sitting there, punch, check. Oh, almost there, punch. Almost there, punch. You know?
Yeah.
Wanna
It's
take
still
a break?
boring,
You
but at
miss 'em
least,
up
you know,
above?
you're thinking of other things. And usually, you've got other people there, so you're talking to them while you're doing it. You're not... That's the problem with single-player games that are like that. You have no one to talk to. Makes it so much longer.
Agreed.